So yeah, we thought we'd do a quick video. We're about 2 weeks away from launch.
Yeah.
About a particular aspect of the game, which is the upgrade system and how you unlock upgrades. So do you want to explain?
Sure. The upgrade system in Cycle 28, it's really simple, really straightforward. You just have to beat your own high score each run. Okay. Every time you do that, you unlock a new upgrade until you've got all of them. So it's super easy. It's super straightforward for anyone who's just coming to the game for the first time. To get in, play a couple of runs, and inevitably, as they get a bit better, they're going to unlock that first upgrade.
So we did that because we wanted people to play the game in that way.
Yeah,
constantly trying to beat their own score, but it's become a bit of a
it's a talking point.
It's a talking point
just
about
like
the game.
Why we're having this video.
So we wanted to. We almost wanted to have the kind of party line out there about what we're thinking about this. So, okay. So we wanted people to play the game in a way that they were beating their own score, and we've said a few times, probably if you look back on some other videos, that the game is like a rally game or almost like a racing game. So you have a limited amount of time to get a high score, and we wanted to encourage that feeling of you doing a lap after lap and just shaving seconds off.
Yeah,
which is what. So we're encouraging you to play that way through the system. But people have rightly pointed out that you can reset your once you know that's what the system is. You reset your save file, and then you can just deliberately do a bad score.
Yeah,
and then slowly make that better.
Kind of control your score if you want. Yeah, and I think we're okay with that as developers and as gamers ourselves. That we understand that there are parts of any games community that are looking for ways to do just that. To kind of I mean, we have exploits, bugs, cheesing the system was, I think, a phrase that we knocked around.
And we spoke about like comparing it to playing World of Warcraft with mods on.
Yeah.
That just point a direction, and so you don't even engage with the story.
Sure.
You're just going. Here is the optimum path to get to level 80, and then by the time I get there, all my friends have left, and it's too late.
Yeah. And if the optimum path to the upgrades in Cycle 28 is what you want and what you care about, then yeah, you're going to figure this out quite quickly. But I mean, it's not that big a deal, is it, really? If you've unlocked all the upgrades, by beating your score each time and becoming a better player, then you've played the game in a certain way. If you've realized that's what's going on and got all 10 upgrades the other way,
It's, because it's an important part of the story as well, is that idea. And even the idea that someone might do that kind of links into the story as well in a certain way.
Sure. So the story is all about you being stuck in the same loop, in this time loop, cycle after and over and over again. And what's our main character trying to do? What she's trying to understand what's going on and try to be better, try to be faster, stronger as a pilot. So we liked that kind of encouraging the player to do that.
We thought about taking it out. I think was it last weekend.
We did have a long chat about it. Yeah.
We were pretty close to just doing it.
Yeah.
And then decided that we weren't going to. Even though there were some people who were saying this cheating thing. No one said they didn't like it. Well, some people said that.
I mean, by people we're talking about beta testers.
Yeah, so our testers.
So just to be clear.
Because there is that chance you get a really high score by fluke.
Yeah.
On your first go.
Yeah.
And then that could be tricky.
But then you do have that. If that's the case, and you get lucky on that first run, and you're still trying to work on those skills, and you don't get the upgrades, you can just reset your save data if that's what's happening to you. That's built into the system.
The kind of alternatives would be to have a set like this upgrade you unlock at 100, 200, 300. The problem with that is knowing setting those values.
Yeah.
Like without having. Like we just don't, as a small kind of studio, we have access to hundreds and hundreds of testers, which you would need, I think, because you'd need loads of data to know that skill, where to set those. Whereas this is kind of tuned to the player, because if I'm for me, the score I need to upgrade unlock 3 is different for you. The other thing is the Lift Browser's kind of objective-based stuff, but it didn't fit with the game. I think
the objective style didn't really work with the storyline that we were working on. This one that kind of just felt a little bit more of a natural fit.
Yeah.
And I think I really, really liked that idea that it doesn't matter how good you are at this kind of game. You know, you can be absolutely terrible, you can be pretty mediocre like us, or you can be an amazing kind of pilot who's played all these kinds of games and gets really high scores and really pushes that in as part of that community. And you will kind of always have that same experience if I just want to get a little bit better each time. And we're rewarding the player for doing that.
I think I'm better than mediocre.
I mean, I think we have video evidence to suggest otherwise, Sean, to be honest.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Yeah, so like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more updates and more dev
yeah, we've got 2 weeks. Like, we're going to try and post some videos because development's finished. If you didn't see the last development diary, go back in the playlist or go onto our channel and see what the playlist is and find it that way, where I talk about like kind of launching it, what we're working on marketing wise, stuff like that. And we're going to do some more like this videos.
Yeah, more like this series.
So find some games which the Steam algorithm says is like Cyber 28 and play those. And I really should buy them because the sale is on now. And if I wait, then so I should do that. But
should be buying them anyway.
Yeah,
we'll be buying them
also,
anyway.
A point. Something I will say this in the next more like this. But I forgot at the end of the last one is I left a positive review for 64.
Good. Yeah.
So I left a review. I mean, it doesn't have to be but you should review games. Something like 1% of Steam users review games. So we are kind of like setting an example.
Yeah, exactly.
We played this game and then we reviewed it afterwards. And yeah, I'm not saying you should positively review everything. I'm just saying we liked the game,
so we reviewed it.
Okay. Yeah, that helps everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So like and subscribe to the Cycle 28 videos on the Pillbug Interactive YouTube channel for more content.